Hi, I'm Mrs. R, your co-video substitute teacher, and today we're going to do some writing. This writing is going to be kind of fun because it's a poem, which also means it's not going to be super long sentences. Poems often don't require any kind of punctuation like periods or exclamation points, but you can use it too. So it gives you a couple different options. And the kind of poems we're going to do today are what's called an acrostic poem. It seems like a really big word. It is a really big word. But all it means is you make a poem from one word. So right here, down one side of a piece of paper, I wrote the word spring. That's the season we're in right now. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And right now it is spring. S-P-R-I-N-G, spring. Now, for each one of those letters, you're now going to write a word out to the side of it, and that builds our poem. So for this one, I'm going to try to think of not only words that start with that letter, but words that start with that letter that also have to do with spring. So for S, I could have sun. The sun was out yesterday where I am, and it was really pretty. I went on a walk. That was nice. P, play. Now, I play all year round. I bet you do too, right? But playing in the spring is really fun because R, rain. Now, and I know a lot of people don't like the rain because it means you can't play. But if it's warm out, sometimes you can play in the water. Afterwards, splash in a puddle. I actually really like that. I still like splashing in puddles, and I'm not a little kid, but it's still super fun if I have the shoes for it. I have the shoes for it. So, the letter I. Well, sometimes I play outside in the rain, but sometimes the rain means I play inside. I write the word inside. It's not too bad, though. When I'm inside, I can still do things. I can, for one thing, plan to go outside, but I can play with the toys I have or even video games. So for in, well, maybe I sit and watch a lot of Naruto. Do you do that? No? Yeah, you do. But I still want to think of things about spring. And I've been thinking about outside, even though I wrote inside. And so one of the things that is outside is nature. I'm going to go nature. For G. I can think of geranium. That's a flower, but I don't want to write that word. That's too big. You know what? How about just go? Yeah, I'm go. And I'm going to use this one where I could put an exclamation point. So even though I don't need to, on that line, I'm actually going to have an exclamation point. Sun, play, rain, inside nature, go. It's kind of a weird poem, but it's nice. It's pleasant. However, you can also do this with what we call short word phrases. That means not usually as long as a sentence, but it's more than one word. So particularly if you're older, you definitely need to be going with more than one word, I think. So we could do it again. Spring. Only this time I'm going to write phrases. S, see the sun. P, pick flowers. R, rainy day soup. I like eating soup on rainy days. It's warm. And what's your favorite soup? Chili? Is it? No? It's one of my favorites. I, imaginary friends. This seems really appropriate right now because I can't really hang out with my real friends because we're doing the social distancing where we're staying far away from people to keep everybody safe. So I can talk to imaginary friends. We can play together. It sounds silly, doesn't it? Do you feel like that's weird? If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I sometimes talk to imaginary friends because it helps me think through my ideas, like poems. N, no school. If we were in school, you wouldn't be watching this right now, most likely. But no school. G, games with mom. Since I've been inside, I've been playing some games with my kids. Maybe you're playing with your mom or your brother or sister or somebody else. So now my poem says, see the sun, pick flowers, rainy day soup, imaginary friends, no school, games with mom. Did you not think it was a good poem? It's okay. You don't have to like my poem. It's my poem. Maybe other people won't like yours. I bet Mom will. Show her. Speaking of which, how about another idea for one? This is always a good one. Family. 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 That's probably who you're seeing the most of right now, isn't it? And it's possible you're not happy with that idea. For a lot of us, we've been in at least a week, some of us a couple of weeks now, some people even longer. And so with all this social distancing, I'm with my family. But the cool thing is for me, my family means they're also my friends. And so for F, I'm going to say friends. There are phrases that you sometimes hear people say like family are the friends you're born with. May not seem that way with your little sister in your room right now, and she's on your toys and stuff, and doesn't seem like a friend. But later on, could be. Plus, I bet there are days you guys do play together. Pretty cool. For A, I'm going to use a weird word here. I'm going to use the word allies. Allies mean teammates. Like if you play video games, your allies are the people that you battle with. They're on your team. But it's kind of like having a friend that's also working with you, an ally. So for M, well, my favorite friend and ally, Mom. Mom. You guys know how to spell that one, right? Mom. Friends, allies, mom. I used imaginary friends and inside when I did spring. Those would both work. Inside, not as good because I'm trying to think of ideas about family. You know what? I'm in a family. I'm a person and I'm in a family. I'm just going to use the word I. I am part of a family. L. Oh, what's the one thing families have so much of? Love. I love, our last one's Y. Like you. You. So now, my very simple one word each poem would be friends, allies, mom. I love you. That's nice, isn't it? But remember how we talked about doing phrases, having a few words for each one? And I said, certainly if you're older, you need to do it. So let's practice that. Still the same word, still family down one side. Remember when you do an acrostic poem, you write a word down one side, okay? That word could be the word play, and you could think of things you like to play. It could be games. It could be school, and you could list things that you are so glad you're not still doing at school, or list things you really miss about school, or just list things that exist in a school, right? But we're still working on family. F, friends for life. Family, those are friends you're going to have a while. A, always with love. They're my friends, but they also love me. Friends for life, always with love. M, they're my favorite people. They're the people I see every day. I live in a house that has my family in it, right? I, inside, I totally stole that inside from when we did spring a minute ago, right? But this time it's inside my heart, because that's where my family is all the time, even when I can't see them. Because right now, a lot of you can't see some members of your family, particularly if they're what we call, remember, at-risk groups, like being older or being unhealthy. So it's super important we don't see them because we don't want to get them sick. But they're still inside our hearts, right? Even if we can't see them. L, loving me. My family loves me. Yes, I love them. I already said that. They're inside my heart. But also they love me. And why? You're always there. So friends for life, always with love, my favorite people inside my heart. Loving me, you're always there. So maybe I could put this on a really nice piece of paper and draw pictures around it. and maybe some other decorations. And definitely it's going to have hearts. It's totally going to have hearts on it, right? You would draw it and maybe color them in with some crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever you have. Or maybe you could draw a whole picture that just goes with it beside it. For instance, remember this one? See the sun, pick flowers, rainy day soup, imaginary friends, no school, games with mom. I went ahead and drew a picture. That's simply all the things that I just listed in that poem. I said, I see the sun. This is me playing a game. Look, that's a balloon, because balloons, I like tossing balloons back and forth. There's flowers to pick. Here on this table, I have a bowl of soup. And look at these little people here. They're my imaginary friends. My imaginary friends aren't going to steal my soup. But when I'm sitting and eating, I could pretend like my imaginary friends are talking with me. It's my picture. And so I could put this with my poem, put it together, put it like a book maybe, however I want. I could have a book that had, every page had a poem and a picture, and a poem and a picture, and I could put several of them together, and maybe for my grandma or somebody that I'm not allowed to see right now, my mom can make sure that she gets that later. She can take a picture of it, a picture of each page, and text it to her. Or you could actually get on your own video or on FaceTime or something on your phone and tell your grandma right there. You could read it right to them. That would be really nice, and they would really like it. So that's our writing for today. Tell me what kind of poems you have. What are some other words you think of that you can write down one side and then make words or phrases out next to it? Let me know.